Emulators can be annoying, especially when there is so much lag on your computer. You probably might want to get rid of it, or you don't want to even talk about it. Don't worry, because by the end of this video, I will show you what I did that fixed those bugs and lags. Let me show you emulators that worked perfectly with this method, and the best ones you should install on your computer. Since there are so many Android emulators out there, finding the perfect one might be difficult. So in today's video, I have picked out the 6 best emulators you can game on right now. Let's get started. We will actually be going from the emulators made for high-end systems, then to medium-end, and lastly, to the ones specifically designed for low-end PCs. And if you take out some time to watch this video straight to the end, you'll have the knowledge to find the best option based on any PC specs. On the first number, we have Bluestacks 5. If you've been using emulators, you've probably heard of this one. Bluestacks was launched back in 2021, and it's still considered one of the best Android emulators out there. You might find this emulator so laggy, but trust me, not anymore. But for such a great experience, you'll need a powerful system, because it tends to lag a lot on mid and lower spec PCs. It runs on Android 11 and has all the apps and games you'll probably need. Bluestacks is built for people who want a smooth performance without any lag headaches. One standout feature of Bluestacks 5 is its Vulkan support, which means while in use it mostly uses your GPU rather than your CPU. So if you've got a good GPU with enough high RAM, you should definitely try this emulator. Secondly, we have ldplayer 9. If you're looking for an alternative to Bluestacks, this could be the perfect option for you. ldplayer is well known for its stability and works seamlessly across various applications and games. The thing which makes it different from Bluestacks is that it primarily uses your CPU rather than your GPU. This means if you don't have a dedicated graphics card but have a solid CPU, you can still run it without any issues. ldplayer 9 runs on Android 9. Now, this might seem to you a bit outdated, but trust me, Android 9 is more than enough to handle almost everything you'll find on the Play Store. So, if you've got a decent CPU paired with 8 to 16 gigs of RAM, ldplayer 9 is absolutely a worthy option to consider. On the third number, we have Mumu Player 12. When I recently tested this emulator, after I tweaked some changes on my computer settings, I noticed it performed amazingly well. The experience was better smoothie with no noticeable jittering or lagging. One thing I absolutely loved about Mumu Player is its clean, elegant, and simple interface. It's incredibly user-friendly, and you won't feel overwhelmed, even if you're new to using emulators. Moreover, it runs on Android 12, and it's considered the second emulator with a higher version available. Unlike Bluestacks or ldplayer, Mumu Player doesn't require a high-end system. Instead, a mid-end PC with 8 GB of RAM is all you need to run it seamlessly. So, if you've been searching for an emulator that combines smooth performance, a clean interface, and a modern Android version, Mumu Player 12 is without a doubt a choice worth considering. On the fourth number, we have the Google Play Games emulator. This emulator was launched last year by Google, and it has already made waves in the emulator community. The reason behind its popularity is its exceptionally smooth performance, paired with Android 14, the highest Android version available on any emulator so far. There are a couple of limitations that you should be aware of. First, you won't have access to apps in the Play Store, which can feel restrictive for some users. On top of that, popular games like PUBG Mobile and Call of Duty are currently missing too from the library. But there's still hope, as Google may expand its offerings and include more games and features over time. So if it fulfills your needs and you're okay with these limitations, it's, in my view, one of the best options to consider for mid-end PCs. On the fifth number, we have Gameloop. Gameloop is one of the most reliable emulators for running mobile games on a PC. It is specifically designed for gaming, especially for popular titles like PUBG Mobile, Free Fire, and Call of Duty Mobile. However, it's important to note that Gameloop is recommended only for gaming. If you're looking to use other apps or need a more general-purpose emulator, Mumu Player 12 might be a better option for that. When it comes to PC requirements, Gameloop runs great on mid-end systems, but for the best experience, you'll still need a stronger system if you want to push your graphics to the max or play the most demanding games. So if you're a gamer looking for a solid, reliable emulator to enjoy mobile games on your PC, Gameloop is definitely worth your attention. On the 6th number, we have Mumu Nebula. This emulator is specifically designed for low-end PCs. Even if you have a 1GB RAM PC without any graphics card, you can still install this emulator and run it with ease. It's lightweight and comes with a simple interface, making it very easy to use. And since it's built for low-end PCs, it doesn't require virtualization technology to be turned on to run. So it's safe to say that this emulator can run on almost any type of PC out there. Now, the only drawback is its Android version. It comes with Android 7, which might limit compatibility with some games, but it can still perform at highest level when needed. For the version of the app, that will definitely be looked at in the future time. So considering the lag on your computer when you run emulators on your Windows, all you need to do is just to turn on visualization technology on your BIOS. No cut short, just head over to your system BIOS and enable your visualization technology, because that was what I did. So, close all the apps and programs you were running on your Windows. What you want to do is to go to the BIOS. The quickest way to go to the BIOS from your Windows computer is by going to the Start button. Click on the Power button, and then hover over your mouse cursor over the Restart button. Press and hold Shift key on your keyboard. While you are still holding the Shift key, click on Restart. That will restart your computer in recovery mode. So, once you're here, click on Troubleshoot, and then click on Advanced Options, and then go ahead and click on UEFI Firmware Settings. And that will take you to your computer's firmware, or what many people call the BIOS. Alternatively, depending on what computer you have, restart your computer and press the key or the button on your keyboard that normally takes you into the firmware or to the BIOS. So for this one, I will click on that and then click on Restart. So once you get into your BIOS, use the menu at the top to navigate right to Advanced, and then under Advanced, select CPU and chipset configuration. Once it's selected, press Enter on your keyboard. And there, scroll down to Intel VT. Intel VT basically means Intel Virtualization, and as you can see, mine is enabled. But if it is not enabled, press Enter on your keyboard, and you're going to have the option to disable or to enable Intel VT, which is Intel Virtualization. So select Enabled, press Enter, and that will enable virtualization on your Windows PC. For this tutorial, I'm using an Acer computer, so it might be slightly different in manufacturer's BIOS setups, but for this one, this is how it's done. Once it's enabled, go ahead and press F10 to save and exit. So F10 on your keyboard, that will save and exit confirmed by pressing Yes, and your computer will restart having enabled virtualization. And that's basically how to enable virtualization on your Windows 11 computer. Now, like I mentioned, these specific instructions are for Acer, but you can use more or less the same instructions for any other motherboard manufacturer. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments and questions down below and tell me how it performed on your computer. Don't forget to check out my other videos. Take care and bye for now.